Good evening, friends. Yesterday, the US administration ordered the withdrawal of around 11,900 US troops from Germany. These troops are working for NATO. They were stationed in Germany, and not only the troops, but they have also ordered moving of US European Command Headquarters from Stuttgart, Germany to Belgium, and also those F-16 fighter jets, they will be shifted to Italy. Now, you may ask why I am commenting and why I am analyzing this thing. Because I consider myself as a friend of liberal world order, which is constituted by United States, the European Union, primarily the Western Europe, and India is also part of that. So if you consider yourself their ally and them your ally, then if something is wrong, then one must quote about it and one must spread the message. And now, right now, what I am thinking that how it will affect the European Union, how it will affect NATO, and how it will be productive for divide and rule the Europe policy of China's Xi Jinping. See, the one comment which United States administration has done, that they are punishing Germany because Germany is not spending 2% of its GDP on defense, which America is pushing its NATO allies, NATO members to at least spend 2% on defense budget, and due to which they are withdrawing these troops, around 12,000 troops, and out of these 12,000 troops, half, around 6,000 will be called back to home, and remaining around 6,000 will be relocated to other countries within the European Union and NATO states. So one thing is that when they are moving the US European Command Headquarters from Germany, Stuttgart, Germany to Belgium. Now look at Belgium. Belgium is also not spending the 2% required. Belgium is also spending less than that. And now they are also moving F-16 jets which were stationed in Germany to Italy. Italy is spending even lesser than Germany. It is spending less than 2% of its GDP, and what I forecast that in the coming days, in the coming months and coming years, looking at the economic downfall of Italy due to COVID-19 and other crises, I think, and the debt to GDP ratio of Italy will be spending even lesser what it used to spend. So I don't think that this is the right move. Plus, I was reading and hearing some comments by prominent leaders of CDU, Angela Merkel's party, which is ruling Germany, and I am sure that she will again be voted back to the German chancellery. If she is not there, somebody else from her party, because the way they have she and her party has managed the COVID-19 crisis in Germany. So I think that the CDU will definitely come back to power, and the sentiments in the leadership of CDU is negative what US administration has done. And one should not forget that European Union, I'm not even talking about NATO. See, NATO and European Union, they are two institutions, but I always maintain that European Union is alive because NATO is there. If the institution of NATO crumbles, then European Union will also shatter down because of American hegemony in the NATO and European Union. The structure is surviving because this is the historical background of the European states, that they can accept American hegemony, another power's hegemony, but they won't accept the hegemony among themselves. And they start fighting, quarreling and the arms race will start among those small countries of European Union. So how it will impact EU? Just think about that. Basically, European Union was having three pillars. One was Britain, another was France, and third was Germany. Or you can say Germany number 1, number 2 France, number 3 was Britain in the reverse order. Now what happened? One of the pillar after Brexit had withdrawn. The pillar has broken away from European Union. Now Britain is no more in EU. Now instead of three pillars, the institution of European Union today is standing on two pillars. One is Germany, number 1, which funds the maximum, which supports in every way the European Union in the maximum possible way, and second is France. In France, some time back, there were sentiments for Frexit. After Brexit, they were talking about Frexit. So if Germany is also not supportive, if Germany is being sidelined and sentiments goes negative, it is not a good thing for the institution of neither for NATO nor European Union. I will say it once again that you can't separate European Union and NATO. It is true that all the member states of NATO are not the member states of European Union, but the survival of European Union is due to the survival of NATO and the hegemony of America in NATO. So for the survival of the European Union, the survival of NATO and American hegemony is important. And there it looks that because of that 2% cutoff line and use of term like punishing Germany because they are not spending is going in a wrong direction, and this will be a positive signal for Xi Jinping, who want to divide and rule the European Union. We should not forget that Xi Jinping is working on 17 plus 1 platform. 17 plus 1 is China, and other 17 are states of Central Europe as well as Eastern Europe. And out of these 17, 10 are the members of European Union. So why are we forgetting that threat? We should not give any chance to China. So, and I am a firm believer that words reach their destination. So, to my American friends as well, I say, there are many friends even who have say there in the American circles. Talk to your administration and make them aware that this is a wrong move for world peace. This is a move which will support Xi Jinping. So do not support Xi Jinping. Do not give him positive messaging. We want a strong India, strong USA, strong European Union, strong liberal world order, strong democratic order. So for that, we all must be clubbed together, and if we take a wrong decision, we should quote it. If we are real friends, we will mention that what is wrong and what is right. Thank you.